Hey guys, it's Sam and this is Top 5 Wednesday. As of April 1st, I'm the new host of Top 5 Wednesday, so I will leave the Goodreads group down below for all the topics and such. This week's topic is our top 5 books on hard topics, and this is open to interpretation. I'm sure people do a bunch of different things, either all on the same hard topic or all on different ones and stuff. I kind of chose a bunch of different topics for these books to focus on. Number 5 is Maybe Someday by Colleen Hoover. Maybe Someday is a new adult contemporary romance that follows our two main characters of Sydney and Ridge, and Sydney just went through a very hard breakup and she needs to find somewhere to live, and so she moves in with Ridge, who is her neighbor across the way, and things are very complicated and it's a very complicated relationship, and it kind of touches on the topic of infidelity a little bit, and I really enjoyed how it was handled in here. Not everybody agrees with that. Some people don't like seeing that in books at all, so if you are one of those people, then definitely avoid this one, but I really enjoyed the way it was handled in here, and it was more of a gray area, and it was done really well. I don't want to spoil anything. I have a full review which I will link up above if you're interested in more of my thoughts on this book, but I really enjoyed this one. I thought that it handled that difficult topic very well. Number 4 is Malaca Eva Bernhard. This book focuses on the topic of illness, and typically speaking, I do not like sick lit. A lot of times sick lit is classified as like the John Green Fault in Our Stars, like those type of books, and I don't really enjoy those at all. I feel like they're using sickness as a trope and as just an angst mechanism, and I don't really like that. But with this book, the sickness was in there, but it wasn't the main focus. It was more the focus on the characters and how their situations are impacting them and how illness has changed them and introduced them to other people, and it was just really beautifully done, and it handled something that is very difficult to talk about, like leprosy in this case, in a very beautiful way. Number 3 is We Were Liars by E. Lockhart. This follows a girl who had something traumatic happen in her past, and she's having a little bit of amnesia, and she's trying to remind herself what happened, and it all focuses around her and her family who spend their time on this private island in the summers, and it is so well done. I love the characters in here and their situations, and I think the audiobook really adds to it. If you're kind of on the fence about it and you're not really sure and you feel like it's really overhyped, read the audiobook, because the audiobook is so well done and you really get all of the emotion with the audiobook, which I highly recommend. Number 2 is another audiobook, and that is 13 Reasons Why by Jay Asher. This is a young adult contemporary, and it follows our main character who is sent these tapes that are narrated by a girl who recently committed suicide in his town that he had a connection with, and it basically is outlining why she committed suicide. And so if suicide is a hard topic for you, suicide and depression is a hard topic, then I would definitely steer clear of this one. But I adored it. I thought it was really well done. There were some flaws that I had with it, and I actually go into that a little bit more in my review, so I will link that on the screen. But overall, I really enjoyed how it was done. And again, another audiobook where you really get the emotion. There are 2 narrators in the audiobook. You have the girl and you have the main character who is a guy. And I thought it was more like a conversation. It was so beautifully done. Both the audiobooks that I listed on here, I actually cried during because I love them so much. And number 1 is The Sky is Everywhere by Jandy Nelson. This is arguably my favorite young adult contemporary of all time. It follows a main character whose beloved sister has recently passed away, and she is reeling from the death. And it is so wonderful. It really shows how different people grieve, and that grief is not just a one-way path and a straight path, and that there's lots of twists and turns, and it is so beautiful, and I actually really want to reread it soon because I just adored it. I typically never really want to reread contemporaries, but this book handles the topic of grief so beautifully, and the writing is so beautiful, and I enjoy all the characters, and it is so well done. I need to read more Jandy Nelson now, having loved this one, and like I said, this being probably my favorite contemporary ever, so I need to read more by her, but really, really well done as far as handling the very hard topic of grief. So that is it for my books on hard topics. Comment down below and let me know some of your favorite books that handled some tough issues. So thank you all for watching, and I'll see all of you guys soon. Bye!